this number, when you say 2 to the power of host bits, the number you have is what we call block size. That means the total number of host addresses, the valid and the invalid together. That is called the block size. Now, you are going to subtract 2 from this number, and if you subtract 2 from this number, you're gonna have 16,777,214. Now that number, now this is your valid address range for class A. So each time that you calculate the number of host bits, the value that you have, subtract 2 from it. But the value you have is called the block size, that is the total number. Subtracting 2 meaning that you are creating room for these 2 addresses, meaning they cannot be used. So you have to take the 2 invalid IP addresses from the total block size to get the valid host range. So this is called the valid host range. Okay, so I hope you guys understand this one. So we have the total minus 2, then you get the valid host range. Same thing goes, sorry about that. The same thing goes to class B. For class B, this is exactly what we have. The host person, we said 2 to the power of the host bits gives us 2 to the power of 16 here gives us 65,536. So that is the block size. So we're going to subtract 2 right from here, and if we subtract 2 here, we get 65,534. So we cannot use 35 and 36 because they represent the network. Did I just write that twice? No, I just want to write it once. So 534. So that is it. The 2 here, 36. You subtract the 2 from here, and it's remaining this. So this is a valid host range. So anytime you ask what is the valid host range, it is to subtract 2 from your block size. That is the total number of addresses in a class address. Now this is exactly what we have, and for your class of IP address for class B, so we have 65,534 valid addresses in a class for class B, and we have 16,777,214 valid IP addresses in a class for class A. Now we move to class C, the last one, and I think I'm going to hold the video right there, and then the next video tomorrow will be, we will start subnetting. We start to identify the network address, the first valid IP, the last valid IP address, and the broadcast address, how we get them. That will be our next video. So today we're just going to end here, and then I'll just complete here, and if you have any questions you can ask me, and I'll be more than willing to give you answers. So 2 to the power of 8 gives you 256, and we're going to subtract 2 from that, and this gives us 254. So that is the valid IP address range. So that is your block size. Subtract 2 for the purpose of the network and the broadcast address, and then you are left with 254. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions you can always ask me, and then I'll be more than willing to give you my answers. Now our assignment, we're gonna ask question on our assignment, and then I hope you guys would be willing to answer my questions. So first question, of question number 1, not about that. Which class of IP addresses has the highest number of network addresses? Which class I'm saying which class of IP address has the highest number of network addresses? Now you have to explain, you have to tell me. And which class Which class has the lowest host addresses? Right, that is one question. What is the formula used to calculate the network and host bits? And my last question for this video would be how many valid IP addresses are in a single class C address? Alright guys, so I see you in my next video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, please refer